fostering growth and inspiring greatness with excellence.
Let us now welcome the graduating.
Rejoice, for he has made me glad. I will enter his gate, living in my heart. I will enter his courts with praise. I will say, listen, be glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice glad. He has made me glad. Of God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen. you. We thank you for our lives, the way you have created natures on a difference in the society. Thank you for them. For those who have gone ahead, grant them eternal rest. And for those who are alive, we remember the board job. And it's because of the good job they have done. That is why we are here today.
Of strength, providing unwavering support through every high and low times. Today, we celebrate your contributions as well. Graduates, as endeavors, embrace the opportunity that lie ahead. Be fearless in the...
Thank you, Myro. Let us say the prayer of St. Francis, which is in your program. Where there is darkness, light, and where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, to be loved as to love, for it is in giving that we receive it.
Of the servants who were given the talent, given one. The one given 5 was too little, and so did nothing with it. Now, as we gather here, each and every one of us, we are here because the gifts and the talents that God, they have multiplied their knowledge, and of course, the exposure into feel that they are ready to begin the next chapter. And that is why I am so grateful to God that despite, but from what I am hearing, Kareku and Petit Martinique experience similar to what Grenada experienced in Kareku and Petit Martinique. And this is the reason why we really appreciate the effort of the government. And despite 1,000,001 things he has to do, the Prime Minister is here with us. It's important to add it, that even before he became the Prime Minister, Honorable Dikin Mitchell was almost always at our graduation, because he was the Newlo legal representative. On petition, run away from change, we are running away from progress. We are running away from empowering our young people with the kind of skill set that this day and age require. And so, even though the theme for today says that we have empowered them and we have fostered growth and development with excellence for 40 years, I want to turn it back to us as an institution. Now, Newlo needs empowering to place itself in a way that allows us to make much more impact. That calls for a number of things. It calls for us as an institution to look at our programming. We are working hand in hand with the Grenada National Training Agency. Currently, as we are speaking, these areas that I mentioned, with the exception of computer engineering program that allows the trainees to go as high as they want to go, all the others have limitations. Recently, the TVET policy was launched by the Minister of Education. That means there's a focus on TVET. But that focus cannot only remain in a policy document. That focus has to be translated into action. And that means that the occupational standards that institutions like Newlo use to train our young people to be able to function effectively in the world of work need serious looking at. All the skill areas, as I said, with the exception of computer engineering, all those I mentioned today who are here, go only up to level 3 from the NTA standard. And today, NTA is talking, for now, level 5, but it's talking up to level 8. That means that even if any of these want to pursue higher, the highest they can go up to now is up to level 3. There is so much more work for us to do. If you want to compete with countries and institutions that have benefited over 100% from TVET, because nobody needs to tell us today the power of TVET to move nations and to move economies. And that is why we are very proud of the work we are doing at Newlo. And that is the reason why at every graduation, I like to commend my staff for the sacrifices they are making. Newlo is celebrating 40 years, but there are some who are celebrating 33 years of working with this institution. All their lives. 33 years, 30 years, 25 years, 20 years, they have given to Grenada. Somebody might think it's because they saw some sweet apple somewhere at Newlo pouring in their mouth, some sweet honey. There's no honey, if anything at all. Sometimes it's so bitter. So bitter. Yet they continue to give it year after year after year. And when I hear them being so proud to say, that trainee who graduated from my class now is receiving so much money, not with bitterness, not with sadness, but with a sense of pride, that tells you that those who work at Newlo don't see it as a job, they see it as a vocation. And I want us to give them a big round of applause. And that is the reason why we truly appreciate the support of government and other organizations that don't just support Newlo by words, but by action. Of course, we support and we are happy about the fact that for the first time, Newlo trainees are recipients of government full scholarship. Of course, in the past, it has been on individual basis. Yeah, just hold on with a little clap. We'll get there. In the past, it was on individual basis, so we had parliamentary representatives who would sponsor their trainees, the trainees from their parliamentary constituencies. So this is the first time that we are seeing the whole institution being part of a government sponsorship program through the free tuition program right now running for Newlo and TAMCC. And I think the government deserves a big round of applause for that. Sometimes I wish all it took was just paying the fees and the program was done. And you will never know. And so we want to appreciate, in addition to pushing government support for Newlo, the Prime Minister has also worked along with us in different ways. Where he knows he cannot support through government funding, he is supporting through other agencies and other individuals, and we truly appreciate that. There are a couple of projects in the pipeline that are going to help impact the next 10 years of Newlo. And we look forward, and I hope he will speak to a couple of them today. I don't want them to come from me. I might be giving out what I'm not supposed to give out. And so as we gather today, I want to thank all of you for continuing to brushing your own teeth. If you brush your teeth, you are not doing your teeth any good. You are doing yourself a lot of good. If you like, leave your teeth unbrushed and let's see who suffers, whether it's the teeth or you. What that means is that when you continue to support Newlo, you are doing your duty. And as Jesus said, after you have done what you are supposed to do, just say, we were only servants. We did what we were expected to do. And so we recognize that. But we also want to just say, please do more. Continue to support us. And for you graduates, my last words to you as you leave. You were so tired of listening to me most mornings. All of you, with the exception of computer engineering, are leaving with CVQ level 2. And as I just mentioned, there is a level 3. Please don't fall into the habit of taking Newlo, what Newlo gives you, and that's the end of it for you. There is so much more to achieve as you leave. If level 3 is all NTA has to offer, strive for the level 3. And when opportunity comes for higher levels, pursue them. Because that is the only way your impact is going to be felt continuously. Because the world we live in, you were born into a technological world. And so you should understand better than the older ones that it changes as the day follows the night. And so you cannot rest on what we have given you. Go out there, yes, make use of what we have given you, but strive for more so that Grenada becomes the better. I want to see all of you, all around Grenada, excelling, being the best that you can be, so that the pride we have had working with young people for 40 years indeed will prepare us for the next 40 years. So once again, I welcome all of you. Thank you.
We want to thank Sister Margaret for her very informative and inspiring opening remarks, and we also thank her for her hard work, commitment, and dedication for the past 15 years to Newlo and Grenada. We thank you. We now have a musical performance by Flora Gabriel and Company, all graduates. Let's give them a round of applause as they come forward.
Victory or defeat is up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. Go too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Never said there wouldn't be trials, never said I wouldn't fall, never said that everything will go the way I want it to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel all hope is gone, I just lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong. Oh, I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. No, you didn't bring me out here to leave me lonely, even when I can't see clearly. I know that you are with me, so I can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. I just can't give up now. No. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me.
Well done. Very talented. Let's give them another round of applause. Let's now listen to the graduates' reflections, and in that following order. Dimali Dikoto from the Food Preparation and Cookery Department. Duran Philip from the Solar Installation Department. Anika Philip from the Plumbing Department. Hannah Francis from the Fashion Design Department. Jeremy Charles from the Computer Engineering Department. And Nikela Thomas and Asaria Nelson from the Geriatric Care Department. They are going to give their reflections. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. The opportunity was given to me to speak about my time here at Newlo. But before I get into details, I must say, my time spent here was a solid 9 out of 10. Here's why. When I started ADP, I've gained 3 mothers. Miss Calise, the calm one that is always there to give you advice, whether it is personal or ideas on what to do for a practical session. Mrs. Mitchell, the short, tiny lady you can hear a mile away. Great definition of she little, but she talawa. You will always see her with a big stack of books and a big piece of board, taking big steps, walking down the hall, then banging on the classroom door with a big smile on her face, ready for class. Trust me, you can always count on her to make you smile. Mrs. Mitchell, I really appreciated those moments. And Miss Joseph, the loud one, the one who will always keep it real with you. She will never sugarcoat anything. As she will say, all I want to act like big people, I will talk to you and treat you like one. And trust me, she would. And don't let me get started on the conversations in our parenting class. And when Sister Marianne and Mrs. Mitchell decides to join the old talk, just block her ears. Because Sister, Mrs. Joseph, and Mrs. Mitchell together, you just have to be afraid for your ears. If you know, you know. But I must say, I appreciate these ladies very much. They played a big role in my development here at Newlo, and I'm sure they played a vital role in your development too. Now, when I started my skill in the food preparation department, I did not like it at all. My classmates might be shocked to hear this, but I did not like our instructor at first. But after asking my mother, I've decided to block out everything, prove some people wrong, and just do my work and get it over with. It is proof of that. My class was a mixture of everything that made it fun and sometimes hard to deal with. But we had Celine. Every class needs a Celine. She was the one to always make slick comments to ease the tension in the class. She was the funniest one. I mean, she even made Miss Farry laugh. We all know how Miss Farry can be. I must say, we had a lot of good times in our class and in the kitchen. Even we had some misunderstanding along the way, we still came together as one to finish our skills strong. To the food preparation and cookery class, for the countless times I've said, all it does piss me off and I can't wait to finish school, I must say, I'll miss all of you. Just a little though, not too much. And to the other graduating classes, remember, just because you finish don't mean it gets easier. By God's grace, He will take us through our hard times. A special thank you goes out to God above for giving me the mental strength to go through my course. Trust me, it got hard at times. And to my family members, thank you for supporting me along the way. But most of all, my mother, for straightening me when I start to slip. I appreciate you for being there, and I love you so much. Daddy would have been proud if Daddy would have been proud if he was here today. I'd also like to thank the staff of Newlo. I'd also like to thank the staff of Newlo for playing such a big role in developing my career path. And of course, that one friend from the class. I appreciate you for being there. And a big thank you to anyone else I did not mention. Food preparation and cookery class of 2024, signing out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mrs. Riba. My name is Duran Philip. I'm the individual that had to face many obstacles and overcome them in order to be where I am today. My journey started off when I was working at the La Luna Hotel at Ghanans. There was this one day my boss and I was having a conversation and I told him I will soon start training at the New Life organization, where I would like to study a skill I'm rather passionate about, which is PV solar installation. He was rather impressed about my decision and told me to take the opportunity and make good use of it. My first day at Newlo was amazing. I've met some amazing friends, had a great time with them. During the first term, I got into an incident with another trainee, but the way I react and the words that were not of the best of choice. So I got sent home for a few weeks and had to return with our parents who work along with us with this. I got sent home for a few weeks who along work with the school and ourselves to put a stop to the problem. Along my journey into the second term, I was very much better. I knew I had to be more serious about school. The third term was the best term of all school terms. I would like to thank my teachers for helping me through and making it a successful one. Final exam was very challenging, but as I was able to pass all my exams through the support of the Newlo, I was selected in a group from Grenada to go China for a 6 weeks study program in PV solar installation. It was definitely a great experience. I'm grateful for God for everything I have learned and experienced, and I look forward to do more in the future. Thank you.
Pleasant morning to everyone gathered here today. First, I want to say a special thank you to the Almighty God, my instructor, Mr. Bruce, Ms. Callis, Mrs. Mitchell, and of course, my dearest mother, for making everything possible and helping me along the way to reach my fullest potential in becoming a better person that I am today. Honestly, I would not stand here and say this journey was easy, because it was one of hard work, determination, sacrifice, late nights, and early morning shift I put in place to get where we are today. It was a memorable journey throughout the plumbing department. A hearty thank you to my classmates. We walked along the way through the thick and thin and made it a success. I never thought I was going to reach thus far in the plumbing department, because every time I wanted to give up, I continuously hear that voice inside my head that kept me going. Cheers to the amazing friends I met along the way who keep me motivated to come to school, because there's always something interesting happening every day. I would never forget all those good things we shared together as a class. We had so many good memories in this department, especially when we went for the harvesting and picking of all the fruits around the compound, such as mango, wax apple, almond, like we own all the trees in Newlo. Guess what we did? Our time spent together collecting sand for the making of the concrete. My man say, "Sir, Joshua ain't coming back." And the next day, we will see Mr. Kuten returning. Yeah, Mr. Kuten, big up yourself. But the journey didn't stop us as a class. We are always competitive amongst each other. We had something called tongue versus country. With this, we was able to determine who could have got the highest mark during our practical exam. It was fun, however, country got the better of tongue all the time.
Class of 2024 Fashion Design, let's hear it for ourselves. This journey wasn't always smooth sailing. We had our fair share of drama, moments where we felt lost without a captain, remember the instructor drought? And enough stress to rival a sewing machine on overdrive. 2 fashion shows before our final CVQ showcase. We dove headfirst, not sure if the water was even there, but we did it. There were frustrations, late nights fueled by caffeine and creativity, and moments where we questioned if we even make it to this stage. But look at us now. We emerged stronger, more resilient, and with portfolios bursting with the proof of our talents. This experience wasn't just about learning the perfect French seam or mastering draping techniques. It was about pushing ourselves, embracing the chaos, and somehow, some way, pulling off 2 fashion shows before absolutely slaying our final one. So, to my fellow graduates, let's raise our toast, or metaphorically, a bobbin of thread, to our triumphs and tribulations. We faced it all, the drama, the uncertainty, and the late night stitching, marathons, and we came out successful. To the fashion world, watch out, because the class of 2024 is ready to stitch, sketch, and strut our way to the top. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. All the positive support from everyone, no matter what form it comes in, is what push us graduates in making it today our graduation 2024, and possibly living a life with little to no regrets, with the joy that we graduates have passed through this fine institution, which give us the tools and experience to further our future endeavors. Now talking about my experience in Newlo. Let's start off with a memorable moment of the day of registration. The registration part went smooth and nice with no complaints. But what comes after that make me question, what am I getting myself into? This big wannabe Rasta looking man come up to me saying, follow me, let's start the exam. You'll be admitted to come to the engineering department if you pass. In my head I'm thinking, is this man crazy? Because I know nothing about any exam, one. And two, I didn't even get a good smell of the area yet, and he come tell me about the exam. With a follow-up saying, the pass mark of the exam, which is madness, honestly. At that moment, my thoughts were running of looking at other skills area to join. But somehow, by the grace of God, I was able to pull through that all my luck had been drained from just that exam. And from then on, the struggles begin. Every week was a big exam with quizzes in between. It was a constant learning because based on our performance in the exam, we get 1 or 2 punishment from this big man I call Mr. Pierre. It's certain form of exercise or eating dry bones and crickets with no water. Honestly, I struggle with some crickets. Let's just say a few of us from my class grow some muscles or gain some weight. All in all, the months went by and we had more experiences and joys, such as hands-on learning experience and field trips to different IT-related work areas. And as a bonus, we get to be involved in many activities that Newlo get to be part of, such as the Science Fair project organized by the Ministry of Education. The Computer Engineering and Solar Installation Department took part in, and I need to say thank you to Mr. Olive and Mr. Philip for helping us out with some of the knowledge and tools to complete the project with great result of Newlo getting first and third in our respective divisions. Thank you. Newlo also provided me with the experience of doing a little bit of teaching in the ICT program. It was so difficult teaching these trainees that I wondered how the instructors keep up with this daily. One of the things I loved was hearing the instructors and fellow students coming, Mr. Charles, when greeting me in the morning. That made me have a little hop to my step when I walked by with a smile. Honestly, it felt good hearing that. I learned so much and read so far, even though sometimes I got a bit tired hearing Mr. Pierre calling my name to do something for him and send me out with others to represent the department. All the experience coming in handy in my current job place at KM2 Solutions. The fun interactions and constant jokes with fellow students and instructors is what make me feel that we are one big family. I want to thank everyone, especially Mr. Pierre, Mr. Moore, and staff members for having me as a student. I'll truly miss being here at Newlo because to me it's like a family with stress and fun put together. I'm happy to say that we graduates was once a part of this institution by God's blessing. And as I live, I must say the school motto: commitment to our God, our country, and our future. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Nikaila Thomas.
And Ashiria Nelson from the Geriatric Care Department.
The title of our poem is Caring for the Elderlies.
Empowering independence at any age.
Caring for those who once cared for us, of the highest honor in this life has offered us.
Providing a safe space and a peaceful environment to nurture their souls while fulfilling some goals.
A sweet smile that will light up an entire room, that tells others once lie a beautiful, vibrant, adventurous soul inside.
Cherishing their memories, celebrating their lives, caring for the elderly, our pride and our joy.
One person caring for another represents life's greatest treasure, time, love, and laughter that cannot be measured.
Empowered by Newlo, fueled by our passion, we are making a positive difference in the lives of our senior citizens, one smile at a time, one touch at a time, one heart at a time, when we all they really have is time.
I am a geriatric caregiver. I learn, I listen with my heart.
I am a geriatric caregiver and I care with my hands.
I am a geriatric caregiver. I am giving the best that I can.
Thank you. We are geriatric caregivers, and with time, we will make a difference. That's we do. That's what we do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The graduates gave such wonderful, passionate, and bittersweet moments on their time spent at Newlo. We pray that their performance will be reflected as they begin their journey in finding employment opportunities and then making their meaningful contribution in the society. Let's give them a round of applause. We'll now listen to a musical performance by our talented ICT instructor, Mr. Hero Bob.
With protocol already established, good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Sense of wonder. You fed the field to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single spread for granted. God forbid love ever leaves you empty-handed. I hope it still feels small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give fate a fighting chance. And when you get a choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear the mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they were taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth the making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get a choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope it still feels small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more open. Promise me that you'll give fate a fighting chance. And when you get a choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. 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 I hope you dance.
Very talented indeed. Let's give her another round of applause. This is the moment we have been waiting for. It gives me great honor to present to you our specially invited guest speaker, our beloved Prime Minister, Honorable Deacon Mitchell.
MP for St. Andrew Southeast, the Honorable Emlyn Pierre, Honorable David Andrew, Minister for Education, Sister Margaret Yamwa, CEO of Newlo, Mrs. Cheryl Curtin and other board members of Newlo, staff of Newlo, parents, family members of the graduating class of July 2024, other specially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Did I miss anyone? Did I miss anyone? Did I miss anyone? Okay, I just want to make sure that you are paying attention. Special good morning to the graduating class of July 2024 of the New Life organization. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Can I ask that you join me in giving them a lusty round of applause? I said to Sister Margaret that she is such a brilliant speaker and such an inspiring person that I really don't know why she invited me to speak after listening to her this morning. And if you had the benefit of listening to her every morning, as she said you've had, then I think you know that she is truly an inspiring person, truly a motivating person, and her leadership of the staff of Newlo is a direct result of you being here today. So graduating class, I want to ask you to join me in giving a lusty round of applause to Sister Margaret, the board, and your staff for ensuring that you are here today to graduate. And why have a graduation ceremony? I did a little desktop research about the history of graduations. And the research told me that it was a practice that started in Europe a long time ago, perhaps as far back as the medieval times. And it soon spread across all Europe, and it has spread across all of the world. And it started mostly in universities, where you would probably get a bachelor degree and then go on to a master's. And if you got a master's, it allowed you to then become a teacher. But is graduation just about your CVQ, or your degree, or associate degree, or your CAPE? Or is it more than that? Newlo's graduation is my favorite graduation. And you know why? Because this is the only graduation ceremony I go to where you have reflections by the graduating class. You have, in almost every other graduation ceremony I've been to, whether it's primary school, pre-primary school, secondary school, or university, they tend to have one student speaking, and that's the valedictorian. But at Newlo, you have several students speaking. And most times, the speech or the reflections is not about the CVQ or the exam, but it's about their journey, the experience, the friendships, the teachers, the relationships, the starts, the stops, the hard times, the painful times, the fights, the wrong use of language, the wrong hairstyle, the wrong dress code. But through it all, you are here at the graduating ceremony giving your reflection. And that means through it all, you've persevered, you've stayed the course, and you've come out on the right side of your life. You've come out. That's why I come to this graduation. Because when I hear the reflections of you, the graduates, it tells me that this journey is meaningful to you. It tells me it's meaningful to you. It's now 40 years old, and so you can guess my age. It's graduated, as Sister Margaret said, over 7,000 young men, and in some cases, fully grown adults with children from its halls. So the question is, what would Grenada be without Newlo? It would mean 7,000 less young men and women without the opportunity to be contributing members of Grenada. It will be 7,000 less young men and women who got the opportunity at a new life. It will be 7,000 less young men and women who have the skill sets that are needed to make sure that Grenada remains a progressive, competitive, thriving society. So I want you to understand that your education here at Newlo, your experience at Newlo, puts you amongst an elite group of Grenadians. You are the envy of many people. You have skills that most of Grenada do not have, do not possess, and probably may not get the opportunity to possess. So as you exit the doors of Newlo, I want you to appreciate it is just the beginning. Newlo needs to graduate the next Prime Minister of Grenada. Newlo needs to graduate the next Minister of Education of Grenada. Newlo needs to graduate the next Member of Parliament for St. Andrews Southeast of Grenada. And I'm saying those things because as we think about the next 40 years of Newlo, and Sister Margaret did a very good job of talking about that, so I don't need to say much. And when you stand here and you speak a demonstration of that, you might have been nervous, you might have been shaking, and trust me, I'm always nervous and shaking when I come up to speak, even if I may not look it, but you did it. So that means you understand what it is, even if you are nervous, even if you are shaking, to stand in front of a large audience and say what you have to say, and even speak about yourself in a personal manner. You are getting your CVQ 1, 2, 3, or 4, as the case may be. So it means you have the competence, you have the skill set, you have the talent, you have the ability to acquire the technical knowledge that you need and to keep acquiring it to become better at what you do. Most importantly, you understand that it is hard work. You understand that it's caffeine and creativity. You understand that it's late nights and early mornings. You understand that you will not always get along with people and continue pursuing your goals, your dreams, and your ambitions. So all of the lessons that you've learned at Newlo are lessons that will stay with you for the rest of your life and that you must use to navigate the ups and downs of real adulthood, jobs, relationships, and I don't just mean boyfriend and girlfriend, work relationships, family relationships, sometimes relationships even with a stranger. Because if you live on social media, you may find yourself in arguments with people you don't know, you've never come across, you've never met, but you may have a social media or virtual relationship with them. And so recognizing that you've had the experience, you've been exposed to the knowledge and the skill sets, you've been taught how to cope with difficult situations, how to persevere, how to negotiate your way out of situations. It is important for you to take all of this and keep it with you as you embark upon the next phase of your life. This is just the beginning. But I want to emphasize that you're not the sum of the certificate that you've gotten. And it's important in life to appreciate that work is going to play a significant part of your life. Sometimes we don't actually appreciate that we spend more of our collective time working than doing anything else. So let's take 24 hours in a day. The doctors say we should sleep for 8 hours, so let's assume we do so. You then have 16 hours left. The work day is generally 8 hours, a day. But it probably takes you another hour, hour and a half to get ready for work and to journey to your place of work, and then another hour to come back. So you're probably adding another 3 or 4 hours to the 8, all related to work. That's 12 hours of the day. That's at least 50% of your time. And if you actually do spend 8 hours sleeping, that means you have about 4 hours left every day for the rest of your life. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because the skill sets that you've gotten here, whether it's plumbing, whether it's carpentry, is a skill. It's a means to an end. It's not the end in itself. And the job you take is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. It's a means to pursuing the things you love. And so you have to love your job. And if you don't love your job, there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't like this job. I will find another job. But to find another job, you are sometimes going to have to reinvest in yourself or to continue investing in yourself. So as Sister Margaret said, you cannot let the CVQ 1 or 2 be the end-all of your educational pursuits. It should be the beginning. Because you may find that you spent all this time at Newlo, and you may actually discover, I don't like plumbing. Are you going to spend the next 40 years being a miserable plumber? Do something else. If deep down that's how you feel, make sure you go for it. So do not let the views of others, that you spent your time being a plumber, you spent your time studying to be a caregiver, so that's the only thing you can do. No. You have to ensure that because work plays such a significant part in our lives, that you enjoy your work. And when you enjoy your work, it doesn't really become work. It becomes a labor of love. You are happy. The people you work with are happy. The people who benefit from your work are happy. So whether you're creative, whether you're a technician, it is important to understand that. Because the time goes by quickly. The same way the 40 years for Newlo has flown by, the same way 10, 15, 20 years for you will fly by. I remember my graduation 30 years ago. Imagine that. I graduated from high school 30 years ago, and I remember it like yesterday. I remember standing on the step of Presentation College, trying to make sure my face would show up in the picture, because there were so many of us. And it's 30 years later, and I have a son who's since graduated from Presentation College. But if you don't love the things you do, it could make your life very difficult. It could make it very painful. And so it's important that although you've acquired a particular skill set or knowledge base at Newlo, that you don't make that define who you are, that you don't make that define your pursuit of happiness or your pursuit of joy. And as Sister Margaret said, happiness is not a finite thing. Joy is not something that begins and ends. You will always be pursuing happiness. You'll always be pursuing joy. You will never be satisfied. That's the nature of human existence. And that is why it is important to ensure that you use the knowledge, the journey, the experience that you have here to continue pursuing that joy, that happiness, that desire to be successful, and that you continue investing in yourselves. So wherever and whenever the opportunity presents itself to learn more, to have new experiences, to be curious, please do so. You live in an age where knowledge is flat. In our time, the encyclopedias were large books. Now you've got the internet, you've got technology. You have knowledge on almost any area that you want to pursue. So even if it's cosmetology, you can actually generate an image to your client of what they would look like on the computer after you finish the makeup. And you can send to them and they can twinkle with it, they can play with it, they can tell you what they like or don't like. So use the technology to enhance your skills, your skill set, and what you can deliver to the persons that you will serve. But above all, I want you to remember this day, because you are graduating in a historic year. You are graduating on the 40th anniversary of Newlo. You are graduating on the 50th anniversary of Grenada's independence. And you are graduating in a month where Grenada got hit by a historic hurricane. But you didn't let the hurricane stop the show. You are still graduating. You are still here with your friends, with your family, and you are continuing to punch. So when you walk out of this room, continue to punch, continue to shout, and continue to say to Grenada, watch out for the graduating class of July 2024 from Newlo. Congratulations again, and thank you.
We thank you, our Prime Minister, for your inspiring, uplifting, and advice given to the graduates. We thank you for your continued support to Newlo, and we look forward to many more support in the future. Thank you. We now come to the main highlights of the graduation, the presentation of Newlo and CVQ certificates. And we asking everyone who have rose to pay to please come forward. The certificates would be presented by Honorable Deacon Mitchell, the Prime Minister. The names of the graduates would be read by Mrs. Calistra Mitchell and Mrs. Shirley Frank Belfon instructors at Newlo. They would be assisted by Miss Alexis and Mr. Olive. Sister.
Plumbing Department, Joshua Kutain, also receiving an award for Drumco Department.
Okay.
Computer Engineering Department, Javel Alexander. Damarni Benjamin. Jeremy Charles. DeAndre Francois.
Electrical Installation Department, Adam Alexander. Trevon Andrew. Kyle Antoine. Donoil Benjamin.
Tevin Hiller. Dante Daniel. Xavier Eli. Orion Felix.
Giovanni Jones. Caleb Modeste. Sylvester Daniel. Daniel Sylvester, sorry.
Fashion Design Department, Jaden Campbell. Shanika Charles. Hannah Francis. Donia George.
Cadell Hutchinson. Pauline James. Maya Jeffrey. Shania Rajman, sorry.
Food Preparation and Cookery, Javel Andrew. Anessa Antoine. Annabelle Bowen. Tiffany Bridgman.
Celine Brown. Natalia Kalist. Valicia Charles. Naomi Klein.
Namali Dikoto. Akeva Edwards. Janessa Frame. Sarah Frame.
Nicole George. Janelle Harris. Nicholas Henry. Trishana Henry.
Kellyanna Jeffrey, Alain Renard, Ronia Ross, Zelika Smith,
Chanel St. Louis, Keshonda Sylvester, Lindona Williams, Nordisha Williams,
We would like to thank Honorable Deacon Mitchell for presenting the certificates. We now call on Honorable David Andrew to present the rest of certificates.
General Construction Department, Carnell Douglas, Carney Lewis, Rahim Mark, Neilon McDonald,
Jade Seeley, Kareem Thomas, Desmonda Williams,
Geriatric Care, Rochelle Cockburn, Sharona Farid, Asia Felix, Megan Marshall,
Shanique Modeste, Asheria Nelson, Nicola Thomas.
PV solar panel installation. Javonte Benjamin. Devonte Bub. Karim Devonish. Tyron Frederick.
Flora Gabriel. Gabriel Gelano. Kenroy Jones. Ronaldo Morris.
Colonel Mungo. Zinde Neckles. Mark Perrott. Duron Philip.
Kimon Philip. Tyler Sandy. Tafari Philip. Just go ahead. Royston Thomas. Tavana Thomas.
Plumbing Department. Dishon Alexander.
the driver of PS18, you are asked to please move your vehicle now. PS18. Thank you.
Donnell Edwards. Tyrus Fortune. Face to face.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, happy that one.
Akel Francis. Kai John. Omia Joseph. Kenton Lewis.
Bevon Mitchell. Keishon Peters. Joel Filbert. Anika Phillip.
Regis Philip. Yannick Philip. Kai Street. Johnny Williams.
Thank you. We thank Honorable David Andrew for the presentation of the certificates. Let's give all the graduates a round of applause. We now move to the presentation of outstanding and most outstanding awards from the Skills Department. This will be presented by Honorable Emmeline Pierre, the parliamentary representative for St. Andrew Southeast constituency. It will be read by Ms. Carol Uforel, the skills coordinator.
Presenting certificates in the Computer Engineering Department. Javel Alexander, receiving certification.
But she don't have to get a certificate. Which one they have there? No. No.
We are going to do the A+ certification first. So presenting certificate to Javel Alexander, CompTIA A+ certification, Cisco certification, Introduction to Packet Tracer, IT Essential Letter of Excellence from Cisco Networking Academy. Diamani Benjamin, CompTIA certification, CompTIA A+, Cisco Introduction to Packet Tracer, IT Essential Letter of Excellence from Cisco Networking Academy. Also, Test Out PC Pro, Jeremy Charles, CompTIA A+ certificate, CompTIA Network certificate, CompTIA IT Operations Specialist, Cisco certification, Introduction to Packet Tracer, IT Essential letter from Cisco Network Academy, and Test Out PC Pro. DeAndre Francois, CompTIA A+, CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA IT Operations Specialist, Introduction to Packet Tracer, IT Essential, and Test Out PC Pro. Let's put our hands together for the Computer Engineering Department. And now for the Newlo Graduation Special Award Certificate, the Computer Engineering Department again.
Jeremy Charles. That's for the most outstanding. We have
for outstanding performance in the Computer Engineering Department, Diamani Benjamin.
most improved, DeAndre Francois.
Special awards for the Electrical Installation Department. For most outstanding performance, Kyle Antwine and Orion Felix. Put your hands together for them. Orion Felix.
Outstanding, Xavier Ilahi and Donald Benjamin.
The driver of PS18, you are asked to move your vehicle. There is an emergency, the doctor needs to move. PS18, thank you.
For most improved performance in the electrical department, Trayvon Andrew.
Fashion design, most outstanding, Hannah Francis.
For most improved performance in the department, we have Cardell Hutchison and Jadine Campbell.
Determination and dedication, we have Donia George and Maya Jeffrey.
For outstanding performance in the food preparation and cookery department, Namali Dikoto.
From the General Construction Department, we have most outstanding Karim Thomas.
For outstanding performance in the General Construction Department, Nylon McDonald.
Most improved Jade Silly.
For most outstanding performance in the Geriatric Care Department, let's put our hands together for Ashiria Nelson.
Outstanding Nikayla Thomas.
And the trainee who has shown tremendous improvement in the Geriatric Care Department, Megan Marshall.
Plumbing Department, outstanding Anika Phillip, Kenton Lewis.
time?
For determination in the plumbing department, Kai John.
No.
Solar installation, outstanding, Flora Gabriel. And Kenroy Jones. Most improved, Teron Frederick. Who's that person?
For determination and dedication to his training, Duran Philip. For active participation and commitment displayed within the Drum Corps for July 2024 award, Colonel Mungo, Nilon McDonald, and Tyler Sandy. Kenton Lewis.
We thank Honorable Pierre for presenting the award. Thank you. Most importantly are the special awards. The first award is the CEO Academic Excellence Award. This award will be presented by Mrs. Ann David Antoine, Newlo board member. The citation will be read by Mr. Bruce Edwards, the plumbing instructor.
CEO's Academic Award citation. Two great forces to reckon with. They are like fire and wind, with the right energies. They walk miraculously to excel in their skill of choice, and from time to time, they even challenge the instructor to go back to the books. They stood out in the male-dominated skill, and they excel. They were both trusted leaders and role models. They were part of the team that represent Newlo at the 2023 Ministry of Education Social Science Fair. In the Ministry of Educational Science Fair, where their project was judged the best in the renewable energy category in the tertiary division. They stayed focused and humble because they put God first in everything. And today, they both attained the highest aggregate marks in both practical and theory combined. The CEO Award of Academic Excellence for July 2024 goes to Flora Gabriel and Florin Gabriel Seeley.
Thank you, Mrs. Antoine. Thank you. And now the final award, the Spirit of Newlo Award. This award will be presented by Mrs. Cheryl Curtin, Vice Chairman of the Newlo Board of Directors. The citation will be read by Mr. Bruce Edwards.
The Spirit of Newlo citation. After completing Westerhall Secondary School, he decided to continue his education at Newlo. I remember he was one of the last trainees to register for the school term. Known for his quiet demeanor, he is soft-spoken. He loved playing with his pet. From a very tender age, he had a keen interest in technology. He loved dismantling electrical equipment and putting it back together, a hobby that reflects his miraculous nature, and he has a good attitude which balances academic pursuit. His commitment to his studies and personal interests highlights his discipline and focused personality. At Newlo, he was always willing to assist and embrace whatever challenges were thrown at him. He may not get it right at first, but he will say, "I will try." It's different. Just after 2 weeks on-job training, he was able to secure some much-needed computers to help improve his department, so that those who come behind him will find him faithful. He embodies the spirit of Newlo. The Spirit of Newlo Award for July 2024 graduation goes to Jeremy Charles.
Thank you, Mrs. Scotty. Let's congratulate all the graduates who received their Newlo certificate, outstanding awards, excellent award, and the Spirit of Newlo Awards. I now invite Sister Margaret, the CEO, to now perform the conferring of the graduate status.
Graduates, please stand. I know throughout the ceremony your tassels were moving all over. Just make sure it's on the right-hand side for now. So after having completed your training at Newlo, accomplishing both theory and practical requirements, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of Newlo, I have the privilege of declaring you graduates of Newlo. Congratulations. Now, you can change over the tassel to the left-hand side. Right? And for the last time, hopefully, unless I see some of you back coming to do a second skill, unlikely, but you are welcome. We are going to recite the Newlo motto for the last time. 2, 3, commitment to our God, our free, and our future. Now, that doesn't sound like I should let you go. Let's hear it better. Let's hear your voices better. 2, 3. Commitment to our God, our country, and our future. Congratulations once again.
We will now listen to the graduation song by selected graduates.
Within each heart, there lights a magic spark that lights a fire of our imagination. And since the dawn of man, the strength of just I can has brought together people of all nations. There is nothing ordinary in the living of each day. There's a special part that every one of us will play. Feel the flame forever burn, teaching lessons we must learn to bring us closer to the power of the dream. And as the world gives us its best to stand apart from all the rest, it is the power of the dream that brings us your mind will take you far, the rest is just your heart. You'll find your fate is all your own creation. And every boy and girl as they come into this world, they bring the gift of hope and inspiration. Feel the flame forever burn, teaching lessons we must learn to bring us closer to the power of the dream. The world's united. you think you can't, you'll discover that you can.
We say congratulations to all the graduates. Let's give them all our support as they begin their new journey. Congratulations. We now have the vote of thanks by Shanika Charles.
Pleasant good afternoon to everyone.
Afternoon.
As we come to the close of this memorable occasion, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who made this day possible. Our distinguished guests, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, we learned that you used to attend Newlo graduation before you became Prime Minister. This is your first Newlo graduation as Prime Minister. We are grateful to you for not just being here today and your profound speech, but for everything you have been doing for Newlo. God bless you. Honorable Emmeline Pierre, thank you for hosting us in your constituency and for assisting in distribution of certificates. We truly appreciate you. Ms. Curtin and other members of the Newlo Board of Directors, we cannot thank you enough for your unwavering service to Newlo. Dedicated management and facility, the graduation community, and all who worked so hard planning and organizing the ceremony. We applaud all your efforts. Supportive family and friends, your unwavering support has been our foundation. Well-wishers and the staff of the Good News Catholic Communication, we are ever grateful to you all. And my fellow graduates, your perseverance and determination have been truly inspiring.
Today marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. As we step out into the world, let us carry with us the knowledge, experience, and the values that we have gained during our time at Newlo. The friendship we have formed and the memories we have created will remain with us always. As we venture into the future, let us face it with courage and optimism. Let us strive to make a difference, to pursue our passion, and to lead a life of purpose and integrity. Congratulations once again to the class of 2024. Thank you, and may the future be bright for each and every one of us. God bless you all.
Thank you. Let us all stand for the departure of Honorable Deacon Mitchell, our Prime Minister. Please remain standing as we stand and sing lustily. Walk with me, oh my God. It's in the program. Walk with me, oh my Lord, through the darkest night and brightest day. Be at my side, O Lord. Hold my hand and guide me on my way. Sometimes the road seems long, my energy is spent. Then, Lord, I think of you and I am given strength. Walk with me, O my Lord, through the darkest night and brightest day. Hold my hand and guide me on my way. Stones often bar my path and there I stand, but you are always there to help me when I call. Walk with me, O my Lord, through the darkest night and brightest day. Be at my side, O Lord, hold me on my way. As once you healed the lame and gave sight to the blind, help me when I'm downcast to hold my head up high. Walk with me, O my Lord, through the darkest night and brightest day. Be at my side, O Lord. Hold my hand and guide me on my way. Amen. Staff and the graduating class of July 2024, we express our profoundest gratitude to you for all your support to Newlo over the last 40 years.
Keep on thinking things slow. now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like